particularly here. I am just dropping this with a hint that apply to additional two couples, vertical and horizontal components of the 100 Newton force, and then find the moment of each of these couples. You will decide the direction of the couple based on which is the larger moment. But for the time being, let us go to the next problem. A couple formed by two 900 Newton. See, here is the 900 Newton force, here is the next 900 Newton force. Both of them are parallel to each other, having the same magnitude, opposite in direction, and therefore they form a couple. They are being applied on the assembly as shown in the figure. Find the equivalent couples. Now this is going to form a couple. The problem asks that find the equivalent couples formed by vertical forces acting at A and C, as I have shown over here. This is point C, this is point A. You have to find out an equivalent couple formed by two forces. That means the magnitude of the moment and the direction of the moment should be same as that formed by the 900 Newton forces. So first of all, we have to start with what is the moment of the original couple formed by the 900 Newton force. Here is the moment 900 into, they are 100 mm apart. So 900 into 100 is going to be 90,000 Newton mm, which comes to 90 Newton meters. We have to find an equivalent couple which has the same magnitude. So here is your problem, couple with forces at A and C. So you apply unknown forces, say F1 dash and F1 at A and C. You already know the magnitude that is required to be found by these forces, that is 90,000. What will be the moment of the couple? Force into the perpendicular distance, that is how much? 300. So F1 into 300. This gives you the unknown force F1. It is going to be equal to 300 newtons. So the concept of couple becomes very handy when you want to replace a certain force couple system. Supposing this is a pulley, now the system is to be applied in such a way that there are pulleys having vertical forces instead of the horizontal forces. How much force should be applied to this assembly is the problem. Next problem, next part of the problem. The second part says find out the smallest possible forces acting at B and D at this point and at this point. They have to be once again forming a couple. So they have to be equal and opposite in nature and having certain distance between B and D. But at the same time, you already know that they should give a couple having moment of 90 Newton meters. In which direction? In the anticlockwise direction. How do you find out the smallest force? The smallest force can be obtained when the largest distance is available. Simple. So we need to find out what is the largest distance between B and D. Simple trigonometry. You already have the vertical distance and the horizontal distance between the two. Naturally, the hypotenuse is going to be the largest distance between B and D. Find out this distance. You already know what the moment should be and you will get your force. So what we do is, we already have M equals 90,000, F2 is unknown, D should be largest. Largest in the sense under root 180 square plus 250 square, that is 308. This gives you F2. So the smallest force available is going to be 292.15. Another aspect of couples is how do you add couples? In order to add couples, we saw the resultant of forces, right? Resultant of vertical forces, resultant of horizontal forces. Similarly, we should be able to have a resultant couple also. If there are n number of couples acting on a body, say as I have shown over here, you have a couple Q, you have a couple P, there can be many such other couples, and you want to find out what is the cumulative effect of all these couples acting on this body. Let us start, to make things simpler, let us start with only two couples. P and Q. The two couples P dash and Q dash act on the body. The moment M acting on the body is the algebraic sum of the two couples found by these forces. Algebraic sum in the sense, now what is the direction of this couple? Anti-clockwise. What is the direction of this couple? That is also anti-clockwise. You just have to simply find out the moments and add these two couples. So as we can see very clearly over here, the resultant couple is going to have a moment which is equal to how much? P into P, Q into Q. The direction of the couple is going to be naturally anti-clockwise. Had there been a different force couple system giving a clockwise couple, then it would be number 1 minus number 2. Thus the two couples can be replaced by a single couple of moment equal to the algebraic sum of the moments of the given couples. Such a couple is called a resultant couple. The magnitude of the resultant couple naturally is given by the sum of the moments of the individual couples, and its direction is given by that of the larger couple. Naturally, if this couple is larger and this couple is smaller, then 1 minus 2 will be in the anti-clockwise direction. Whereas if the clockwise couple is larger and the anti-clockwise couple is smaller, then the resultant couple is going to be in the clockwise direction. Problem once again. Find the resultant moment acting on a square plate. We have a very simple square plate, no forces acting at any angles. If three couples are acting on the plate as shown in the figure, find out the resultant moment. Let us first of all identify the couples. Here you have a 150 Newton force, you need another parallel force 150 Newtons. So this forms a couple. Okay. Another force of 100 Newtons. Force of 100 Newtons. Another couple. Third couple 200, 200. Only thing is, for each of them you have to find out the moments and add them. But you cannot simply add them because you might take the directions in the wrong sense. So first of all we have to identify which couple is acting in which direction. If we call this first couple M1 as formed by the 100 Newton force, then the moment is very simple to find. 100 into 300 is the moment. What is the direction of the couple? It is going to rotate the body in the clockwise direction. Second couple formed by the 150 Newton force, 150 into 100, that is 15,000 Newton mm. It is going to rotate the body in the anti-clockwise direction. The third couple 200 into once again 300, 60,000. Direction is going to be clockwise. We have to change it here. It is clockwise. Therefore, if we just do a simple addition now, M1 plus M2 plus M3, and we stick to our sign conventions, mind well, if you take a wrong sign convention, you will get a wrong value. If you just add all of them without looking at the direction of the couple, you will not get the correct answer, because each one will have a different effect whether in the clockwise or in the anti-clockwise direction. So we have a clockwise couple minus anti-clockwise plus anti-clockwise plus once again the resultant couple is 45 Newton meters in the anti-clockwise direction. Next problem. There are 4 nails which are fixed on a board, a cardboard, and there is a string which is passing over all the 4 nails. Therefore, we can very easily see the string is being held in place by certain forces. Each of these forces is forming a couple. You have a 25 Newton force, a parallel opposite 25 Newton force forming a couple. Similarly, a 35 Newton force, parallel opposite in direction, again 35 Newton force. The problem is the 2 strings are passed. Find the diameter. Here you are not asked to find out any couple. You are asked to find out what is the diameter of each of the nails if the resultant couple of all these forces is 5000 Newton mm in the anti-clockwise direction. So let us see how to find out the diameter of the nails. Moment due to the 25 Newton force here is going to be 25 into the distance 80. Now 80 is center to center of the nail. So what is left? D by 2 on this side and D by 2 on this side. Total will be D. So it is 80 plus D. The total distance between the 25 Newton force is going to be 80 plus D by 2 plus D by 2, that means 80 plus D. Similarly, the 35 Newton force, okay, and the direction is going to be what? Anti-clockwise. Similarly, the 35 Newton force, the direction is going to be anti-clockwise. What is the moment caused by the 35 Newton force? 35 into 60 is once again to the center of the nail, again center of the nail, so 60 plus D by 2 plus D by 2, that means 60 plus D. Because both of them are in the anti-clockwise direction, each will have a positive sign, and you already know that the moment has to be 5000 Newton mm anti-clockwise. The only unknown in this problem is now D. Therefore, just simply add all the values to 2000 plus 25D plus 2500 plus 35D equals 5000. You will get the diameter of the nail. Had you not understood the concept of couples and addition of couples, this problem would sound very strange to you. How can you find out the diameter simply by knowing what forces are acting on a body? But as you can see, the concept of couples leads us to find out the diameter. We go on to the next concept, resolution of a given force into a force and a couple. It's like magic. You have a force here, as you can see. There is a force of magnitude F acting at a distance D from B. Can you by some means, if you are given certain method, can you just resolve this force into a force and a couple? Let us see how. It is possible. We want it to act at point B. Now, right now this force is acting at A. If we want it to act it at B without changing the effect of F on this entire body, what should we do? Very simple. Apply equal and opposite forces at B, as you can see over here. This is a force F which is actually acting at A. We are applying equal and opposite forces of the same magnitude at B. That means they are negating each other, they are balancing each other. The effect of F and F dash is going to be 0. So it does not effectively change this entire system. But something has happened. This force F and this force F dash are equal and opposite and parallel. Therefore, what has happened is we are able to shift this force F from A by getting a force couple system. This is the force F which we applied over here and the couple formed by these two parallel forces. How much is that? M. Acting in the clockwise direction, M is given by F into D. So once again, we can shift a force from any point of application to another point. How? By shifting the force itself and adding an additional couple which is having the value of the moment that the force had about that particular reference point. Now, in order to understand this concept, it is very simple to also know you cannot just shift a force from this point to this point without changing the effect, because this force was initially trying to rotate the body. So if you just shift it, just remove this force from here and place it over here, what happens? The effect is changing. But if you shift it along with a moment M, it has the same effect that it had previously. So you can shift a force from one point to another point not just by applying the same magnitude of the force, but by applying the same magnitude of the force as well as a moment. This is called a force couple system. So we can now very easily say that any force F acting at a point A on a body can be moved to any other part of the body, say point B, provided a couple M is added at B. Very simple. You cannot shift F from A to B without applying the moment of the couple that was applied at A. This is called a force couple system and will not change in any way the effect of F on A. So both of these are equivalent systems. We will understand this concept more through a problem. Replace the couple and a force by a single force couple system at A. See what is happening over here. You have a force and you have a couple, right? The problem says that remove all this and just replace by a force couple system at A. That is part 1. Part 2 of the problem is find the distance from B at which a single equivalent force can be applied on the lever. There has to be some force which we can apply at B and it has exactly the same effect that this force and this couple are having on B. Let us start the problem. Part 1. Replace the couple and force by a single force couple system at A. So let us look at point A. Point A, already there was a 500 Newton force. Point B, the moment of the couple is going to be how much? 250 into the perpendicular distance, 30 Newton meter. So this is the third. And what is the direction of the couple? Clockwise. So here we have applied, we have done nothing right now. The same force, and we have just reduced the couple in the form of a moment having 30 Newton meters. Very simple. You can just shift a couple, as we saw the characteristic of the couple. The couple can be shifted anywhere on the body. It will have the same effect. So we are effectively shifting this couple to this point.